Do you dream of quitting your day job to do music full-time? Would you love to be a full-time DJ and music producer? Hey everyone, I'm Bexy, and in this video I'm gonna share how I quit my day job to pursue music full-time in just 3 years. Now, this wasn't an easy decision, but it was one of the best decisions I've ever made. I'm going to share my journey, and hopefully it will inspire you to follow your dreams too and show you what's possible. So let's dive in. So I've been DJing on and off since the late 90s, but I took a long break, and when I got back into it in 2018, I was starting completely from scratch. I had no software, no samples, nothing. So I decided to download a trial version of Ableton, which I had never used before previously. I mostly worked in Logic and Cubase. So I was learning a whole new DAW. I watched a ton of YouTube videos. I even did some online courses that were self-paced like Fader Pro. But I felt like I needed something a little bit more structured, something that was going to show me a step-by-step process. And also, I had been out of the game so long, so I wasn't sure how the business and marketing side of things worked anymore. And that's when I came across Cosmic Academy, which is a music production school and artist development program. I applied to their program in late 2019, and I started the course in February 2020. Now, I'm not saying you have to do this. There's a ton of free resources out there, but this is what I felt that I needed to get back into the game, have a structured program, and also just something that I can fully commit to getting back into this journey of music production. And Cosmic gave me the tools and the confidence I needed to do that. Next up, consistency. So after taking Cosmic, I now felt like I had the tools that I needed to get my music to a professional sounding level, and also learned how to sign records. And so I put everything I had learned into practice, and I was consistent with it. I made sure to work on my music and my brand every single day, even if that meant just only 15 to 30 minutes, if that's all I could dedicate to it. I'd build it into my schedule like you would any habit, like brushing your teeth or going to the gym. This habit helped me finish a lot of music quickly, and I was able to release music regularly and grow my brand. And that consistent effort really paid off. I started seeing results, and opportunities were coming my way. I started signing with bigger labels like Mgmt, Tool Room, Thrive, Insomniac. My socials were growing. I started booking bigger gigs. And this brings me to my next point: sacrifice. Let's be real. That consistent effort also requires a lot of sacrifice. When I made the commitment to focus on music and pursue this dream that I had since I was a teenager, I knew I'd have to give up some things. No more going out with friends or family as often. I'd be traveling for shows on the weekends, so I'd miss special occasions, events, things like that. In the beginning, when I first took Cosmic, we went into lockdown, so having social obligations weren't really a thing, so it was easy to just stay inside and focus on music. But as things started opening up, I had to say no to certain things. I wanted to finish a track that week, and I really needed to finish something up, or I had a show at the weekend. I had to stay focused and disciplined. So if you want to make it, you've got to be willing to say no. And also remove distractions. You want to watch a movie on Netflix that night or binge another one of the shows that you're watching. You might just have to tell yourself, no, I need to just finish that track I was working on, or I need to record some videos for social. So being able to make sure you're not distracted, focus, and saying no to things is going to help you achieve your goals quicker. Financial planning. Now, this is a big one. If you're thinking about quitting your job to pursue music full-time, you should have a plan in place. As I was gaining traction in my music career, I realized that I could no longer handle doing both music and my full-time job at once. I was starting to burn out. I was working my regular 9 to 5 during the week, and also making music and doing my social media and all the things that come along with that. And most weekends, I was also traveling for shows. So as you can imagine, I was pretty tired. I was starting to burn out. So I decided to put a plan in place for quitting my job, and that included saving an emergency fund. I recommend having at least 6 to 12 months of an emergency fund saved up. Now, this includes paying for things like your mortgage, your rent, your utilities, food, stuff like that, your basic bare necessities to live. Now, this number is going to be different for everyone, just depending on your own personal financial circumstances. So I had a specific number in mind for my emergency fund, and I kind of had a date in mind of when I would be able to reach that. So once I had my emergency fund saved up, I felt secure enough with the savings that I had, plus the money that I was making for music, to then put in my notice. I also booked a 23-date bus tour supporting Seven Lions on his Journey 3 tour. So at that point, I was like, I really can't do my full-time job and be traveling on a bus. It really kind of pushed me to say, I need to put in my notice. So on March 1st, 2023, I left my full-time corporate job to set off on my journey to be a full-time DJ and producer. Now, I'm gonna be totally honest, having that conversation with my boss was so scary, but he was very understanding about it. It was really sweet. I actually really loved the company that I worked for. I loved my team that I worked with. So it was really hard to leave, but it just got to the point, like I said, where I was burning out and I had this big opportunity that came along and I had the money saved up. So I was like, all right, it's time. Let's go for it. And worst case scenario, if this doesn't work out, I figured I could just find another job. So that's my story. It hasn't been easy. There's been a lot of high highs and low lows, but it's been worth every bit of effort that I've put into it. If you're thinking about following your passion, I hope this video gives you some inspiration and insight onto how to go about it. You don't have to go all in right away. Just start small, be consistent, keep working towards your goals, have a plan in place, and you'll get there. Thanks for watching. If you found this video helpful, make sure to like and subscribe to my channel. And if you have any questions, please leave them in the comments below. And if you ever thought about quitting your job to pursue your dreams, let me know in the comments below too. I'd love to hear your stories. I'll see you in the next video.